Vegas Strip and all the action here. This is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Dart going to look to throw here. Completed to Hyatt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. The Raiders at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Here's Dart. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now an option play on 2nd down. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll go play action here with Dart. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. Max Crosby. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early. Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they? They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Herbert now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football. I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, but I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
They'll go again with Genty. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line. So you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland. They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Dart. Short throw caught by Bowers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Once again, it's Genty. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Dart. That's caught by Tucker. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. They'll run for it with Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Rashard Smith, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
The Chargers, 1st down. It's a gain of 25 yards.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set. Delta. Hey, go lion. Crowd right. Ready.
Here's Herbert. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and on play action, here's Herbert. Max Crosby able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk to them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this one is right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts. I'll tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Home troops right. Hey, ram.
From the 50, here's Herbert. They'll check this one down to Hampton. And some space here. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, It certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A draw play, Hampton. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A run once more with Hampton. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Set. 180.
They get this out left. Touchdown! Keenan Allen from 3 yards out. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Chargers 10.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I don't think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air, Dart. Caught along the left side by Howard. He's to the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Losing yardage to the 9. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The Chargers 9-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now a toss left side, Genty. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to throw for it with Dart. He'll try to pick it up himself. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
18 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking deep downfield. This is intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10.
Chargers 10.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong 1st half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the 1st half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hampton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
And this one finds McConkey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 2 catches in the 1st half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Now it's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 43 yards, the final tally.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Count it. 12.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Hampton will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Dart. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Dart. They'll get this out to Genty. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42.
It's a gain of 11. And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll throw again. Dart. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker, 42 yards. And the Raiders are able to stretch out their lead. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Aubrey now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Raiders
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, exactly right, Paul. They got a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, go line. Hey, Kappa. Set.
They snap it to Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
35-yard line.
Ready? Run! Set. Ready? Run!
Herbert throwing again. Complete to Johnston here. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 34 yards. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to a field goal. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. He connects with Hyatt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Dart. Throwing left outside here, and it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a gain of 11.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
That's another Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a toss to Genty, headed right. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 3 from the 9. A run straight ahead with Genty. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Genty. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Play fake, and here's Dart. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chargers are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Home troops right. Set. 380. Delta. Hot.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
That is caught. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. On the give, it's Vidal. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5.
380.
Herbert now. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd down.
Set. Ready.
Throwing, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in a situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's third down now. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
A 23-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good.
And we are all tied here in the final stages.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
This is 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On first down, it's Genty.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. To the air, Dart. This is caught by Tucker.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
To throw now, Dart. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Bowers. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, it's Dart.
And this hits straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Home troops right. Set. 380. Go. Hey, camp it. Okay, let's go. Hey. Set.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll check this one down to Hampton. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
Baylor tight.
They'll run with Vidal.
And he stopped immediately there.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Here's Herbert. Pass taken in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to them. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
They'll go play action here with Dart. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for Las Vegas, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.